Okay, what is up guys? Welcome to what's probably the most requested video on my channel lately, and that's an updated version of what's in my gym bag, so let's hop straight into it. So the bag to start off is the Eagle Creek 60 litre cargo hauler. So this is more of like a travel bag. It's not meant for sports or to be used as a gym bag, but honestly it's a really heavy duty bag. You can tell by just looking at it, it's waterproof. The zippers are really super strong. You see they have little pull tabs on as well. You don't get too many features with it, but honestly it makes up for that in durability, I think. It also does have the attachments at the back, so if you want to, you can use it as a backpack. I haven't personally, but it's nice to have the option if I'm traveling around, or if I have to walk a long way to get to the gym I'm going to. It's nice to be able to just throw it on my back. It doesn't come with like a long singular carry strap, but again you can unfold these and clip it and use it as like a normal holdall, but for the most part I just keep these tucked in, don't really use them too much. Usually I have to walk about 50 yards to the gym from where I park, so it's not too bad. But the bag is Blue Sign certified, I believe that's what it's called. So it's used in it's made using like environmentally friendly techniques and sustainable materials, which is, we like that. It's always a good thing to have. It does have lots of like angles to carry it from as well, so you can carry it on the side, you can carry it from the end, either end, both ends, both sides have handles on. And then you can also, if you've got a lot in and you're worried about opening, you can also put these straps in and tighten that down if you want to hold a lot in and compact it down a bit. You also have little hooks all the way around on the sides you can attach things from. On the outside of the bag I have my water bottle, which is just a camelback magnetic bottle. I have that literally in one of those straps, so I can unclip it and it's straight off when I get there, because once I'm at the gym I take my water bottle off and usually take it with me anyway, so having it on the outside just makes it easy to carry. These are just normal little clips that push in, so if I want to walk to the gym and carry it, my bottle's not going to go anywhere. I know where it is. And to be fair, the camelback bottles also seal really well, so you know you're not going to have any problems with them opening or anything, so I really enjoy that rather than having like a standard plastic bottle that might leak in my bag. So having it on the outside is always nice. If you have a cold as well, condensation will get on your stuff and you get a bit wet, so I just keep my bottle on the outside of my bag. So that's that one there. We'll crack on straight into the main compartment, because that's, to be honest, where most of the stuff is in this bag, and I'll show you what sort of like the layout I have as well. So straight open, and that's what you're greeted with as soon as you open the bag. So to start off, we have, you'll notice I do love foam rollers, but in this bag I don't carry one. To be honest, there's not enough space to carry one, and I'm fed up of carrying one like around with me. So when I'm on travel, I use this, which is called the Black Roll, and basically it's like a mini foam roller in a ball shape, and it works really well. So you can throw it in your bag and you ain't got to worry about it. It's really light, but it's really hard. It's like rock hard. I can't even press it in if I try. So it's really solid. It works exactly the same as a foam roller pretty much, except a ball, so it's going to get into points a little bit different, and it's going to be a lot more pressure on one point. So whereas like a foam roller, I'll lift my whole body up with my legs and just roll on my back. With this, you usually want to keep like a few extra points of contact with the ground, just to make a bit less pressure on you, because otherwise it's going to really hurt. Which isn't a bad thing. If you've got some really tight muscles, it's perfect for them, to be honest with you. So that's the first thing I keep in my bag. Next up, we have the Rival, I believe these are the RPM 80 punch mitts. So these are a smaller mitt than usual. What I will say is, if you have hand wraps on and you're doing a class and you're swapping over back and forth, you're probably not going to be able to get them on. They are a really tight fit mitt, but I love these mitts. They've got a nice little orange target in the center. They're super comfy, padded around the top, so if you're flicking jabs out and that, like it is padded. You're not going to like poke them in the eye with your fingers or anything. And they're really small as well, and they're just like a great mitt, I think, for the price range as well. I don't think you can go wrong with them. You've got a good little bit of wrist protection. They look pretty cool. Yeah, so if you're doing any pad work at a gym with anyone, I honestly would recommend these 100%. I love them as a pair of mitts. So that's the next thing in there. Up next, we have some resistance bands. These are just sort of standard stuff, whether you want to do a little bit of workout or a few stretches and things like that. Like, resistance bands are always handy. I always keep them in the bag, so if I'm going to train on my own for a bit, they're there, so I know where they are. We also have some deodorant balls. They're mixed in throughout the bag. I love these little balls. You can twist them to release more or less, so keeps your bag smelling nice so you don't get to the gym, open it up and get knocked out by the smell before you even start your session. We also have a little peanut ball. I love this for rolling my feet, to be honest. I get like really tight along the bottom arch of my foot, so I can pop this on the floor in my socks or whatever and just roll my foot along it. It really helps massage that out. Either that or I'll go against the wall and I'll like put it against the wall, lean against it, and then kind of squat up and down, and it rolls that out nicely as well. On to some of the main equipment. So we're still rocking the winning head guard and abdo guard, or low blow protector, whatever you want to call it. So for the head guard, I have a medium in black. I went for everything pretty much black, to be honest with you. I think it's a cleaner look, and it's just easier to keep clean, to be honest with you. I don't like it when people have like white head guards and it's got blood all over it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, but I like all my stuff being nice and clean, so went for the black one there, and also the low blow guard. I went for the high cut. I'm not a fan of the one where it has like the hip added bits. I find when you kind of like squat down in it, that pushes against your hip and then lifts it. I much rather this one where it kind of goes straight across, it sits flush, and when you move around, it doesn't move a lot, whereas the other one moves around quite a bit. This one stays put. Again, I think this is a medium as well, because obviously the sizes are Japanese, so probably want to go up a size for whatever you're choosing, but super lightweight, super durable, best quality out there. You can see it got a bit of fraying, but I mean, this is the same set I had in the last video, and that's been almost 2 years, and you can't go wrong with a set of winning anything, I guess. I haven't tried the gloves, but as far as protection goes, one of the best on the market for sure. We'll leave that to the side for a second, we'll get to that in a minute. Gloves wise, I'm still rocking with the Fly 16 ounce Super Lace X. So honestly, these gloves feel so good. They have the nice silky inner from Fly, which feels incredible. They fit my hand perfectly, and like every time I put them on, when I've used a different pair of gloves and I put these back on, like I forget how good they feel, honestly. Fly, if you're watching this video, send me some more. I absolutely love them. They're incredible gloves. Done an amazing job with these. I always leave mine laced up because I can just slide them on. Even with hand wraps on, I can slide these on. Like, I think that's also part of the inner, because it's so smooth, you can slide your hands in and out easy. If I was going to be sparring, I always get my coach to redo the laces anyway and do them up a little bit tighter, so that's something you can do if you want. But for bags and pads and that, nice and easy, slide them on. It feels tight enough for me. If you've got hand wraps on anyway, your hands are going to be pretty well supported. Absolutely love these gloves. If you have the opportunity, check them out, give them a go. 100% I'm sure you won't be disappointed. So that's the gloves I'm going with. So I use these for sparring and bag and pad work at the moment. I haven't used them as much as I would have liked to in the last year or two, obviously because of COVID. So their life has been extended, so to speak. Usually I replace my gloves about between every 9 months to a year, because I use them for bag work, pad work and sparring. Usually they wear a little bit quicker. Next up we have just a gym towel. So these ones, they're just from Amazon, but they're nice and big, which I love. So if I want to do some like bench work or sit-ups or anything and I'm sweaty from my session, I can literally lay this over like the whole bench and it's covered, so I'm not going to leave like a massive pool of sweat over any benches or the floor or anything, if doing any ab work or anything like that. So when you buy a gym towel, if you can, get like the biggest size you can get. Obviously not like a beach towel, but I think that's perfect size. You can roll it up and it's small, but you can also spread it out and cover a bench if you need to. Some more little balls in here, a pen. You never know when you might need a pen. Up next is this. So this is something I've added to the bag this year. It's kind of like my little, I guess you say kind of like a tech bag, but essentials bag at the same time. So in here, I don't have my phone in there at the moment because it's overcharging, but in here what we have is my wallet. So it's just somewhere to keep that tucked away. I have a little tripod. So this is just, again, an Amazon tripod. In it, I've put on a Gorilla Pod head. And also have a phone mount. So if I want to record any workouts at the gym, this is a super easy setup. I can literally just spin this on here, like that, chuck my phone in, and if I'm recording any bag work or pad work, or if I want someone to record something for me, they can literally hold this so they're not having to hold my phone. Always looks a little bit smoother, but it's just something really easy and small to have, and it just means that I can like put more things on my Instagram, things like that. It's just super easy and just chuck it in the bag, and it's not causing any problems or anything. I also have my headphones of choice in here, which are still my Power Beats. Honestly, I've been looking at replacing these for so long, but they just haven't broken on me. And I'm one of those people who, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm waiting for them to break, and I'm expecting them to break, but they just haven't. So I'm still going with them. They sound good still, and yeah, they just keep on going. Those ones. Got some anti-back wipes. With the current situation of the world, they're probably going to come in quite handy. If you're doing any pad work or sharing gloves or head guard after squatty and sparring and stuff, so give them a little wipe down, make sure they're nice and clean. I like to. Phone charger, just standing if I get to the gym and my phone's dead, I can plug it in. I also have a power bank in here, just in case if anything. I have my Whoop that I usually wear. If that's dying, I can chuck that on charge, so it's just handy to have with you. And then in here, just to the side, I have a few extra cables, so micro USB, USB to USB-C, and that's that in there pretty much. I also have my charging brick and another pen, so just a few little random bits, especially if I'm training on my own and I'm like taking longer, sitting down for bits, then it's nice to have stuff where you know you can be there a while, not think, oh, I need to go home so my phone's going to die, and you can just kind of like chill out at the gym for a bit doing your session. But that is everything in the main compartment of the bag. As you can see, you do get a nice little divider here. So I usually put like my head guard, gloves, low blow guard, mitts down one side, and then I try and chuck all the other stuff down the other side. And that keeps it just from like getting mixed up too much, which is nice. If you want more space, I find you do get more space if you take that down. It literally just clips in on the side here, so you can undo this and just move it down. Works really well. You don't end up with any side pouches on this bag. You do have the little connections, but there's no actual physical pouch to put things in. So we'll go on to, moving on to the end pouch. What I will say, guys, is the zippers on this bag are pretty tough. Some of them are quite hard to get to. They work really well, and I know, like, for a fact they're not going to come off because they're so stiff in there. Like, you're not going to have like any loose zippers, I don't think, but they can be quite hard to get to. So first thing in the bottom is my slides. So these are from Hoka 11 or Hooker 11, but I'm pretty sure it's Hoka, not Hooker. That would be weird. But these are their recovery slides, and honestly, guys, if you have, I don't care if you've got Gucci slides, Nike slides, Adidas slides, you need a pair of these. These are so much better. They're recovery slides, so you can see immediately how thick they are. They're so cushioned. They have a nice heel to toe drop as well, so when you're walking, it honestly feels slightly more effortless, I guess you would say. I know they're not to some people's taste, but if you're working hard and your feet are aching, say like if you work on your feet all day and then you go home and then you have training, putting these on is absolutely like the best feeling. I can't describe it honestly. I also have quite bad arches. Like I said, I roll my feet out a bit with my little peanut ball because they hurt quite a lot, and these have actually done miracle work with them. My feet feel so much better after wearing these, so honestly I think they're like £40. That's like the same price as like a pair of Nike slides and a pair of Nike socks put together. Please, if you have bad feet, give them a go. Obviously, at the end of a gym session as well, I don't want to put my my feet that are probably going to be sweaty straight into a pair of trainers. It's just not going to be a good time, I wouldn't say. So get yourself some slides. If you can't afford these ones, then I would recommend just getting like $5.99 ones off of Amazon. I don't feel like Nike and Adidas slides are worth the price, to be honest with you. And if you can spend a bit more, honestly, you can't go wrong with some Hoka 11s. They are just the best slides, honestly. Next up we have my boots of choice, which you would have seen. I've done a review on these. So these are the Asics Aggressor 4s. I actually have a little deodorant ball in this one. I've probably got one in both actually. Great boxing boot. They can be a bit narrow towards the end if you have wider feet. It might not be for you. You might have to size up. But honestly, I love the way they feel. Good, flexible. Yeah, good support on the ankle. Just a great boot. If you want to see more, then go find the review on my channel. I'll see if I can link it, but I'm not reading that sort of stuff, so you have to bear with. And then obviously we just have the right in there as well, because you need two shoes. And then to the last part of the bag, which is the other end. So this end is a little bit different. So this is kind of like weird accessories and things. You do get a nice little mesh pouch in the back, which you can zip up. Personally, I don't bother zipping it up because I'm always in and out of it. To me, it's nice and tight as well, so things don't fall out anyway. So there's just no point in me zipping it up. It would just cause more problems because the zip does tuck quite far into the side, so there's just no point in doing it up for me. In here, I have, starting off with the, I don't know what it's called, the ray gun or Theragun. I think it's a Theragun because it's like a massage gun. This is the mini, and I think this costs about £180. It's quite a lot of money, but honestly, when I bought this, I was like, oh, do I, don't I? But honestly, it has been actually incredible to use. So how it works is literally it's got a little button on the side here, and it works as like a percussion massage gun. So you may have seen them on Amazon and things like that. I won't try and talk over it. So as you can see, you work that, you can work it along your legs for the most part for me. You can work it on your chest, back if you've got someone else to help you do it. Great little tool, basically works the same as a foam roller, but it's percussive rather than being like slow. And you know how much I love my massage tools, so for recovery, that's absolutely excellent. You can also use it before a session, which helps too. Help loosen up muscles that you feel a little bit tight before a session. So sometimes what I like to do is I'll warm up first, then I'll get on this for like a few minutes or so, especially my calves. My calves seem to like hold lactic acid so much, so being able to warm up, then pump this on my calves and then train, I have felt a few benefits, I won't lie. I also have in here a small microfiber towel, so sometimes I'll clip this to the outside if it's sweaty, but at the moment it's clean. This is from Trespass. As you can see, it just kind of like folds out there. It's just a smaller one, so if you've used the other one to wipe down a towel, a bench or something, or someone else's sweat, then you have this one. Also has a nice handy clip on it, so if you've used it and it's like really wet or sweaty, you can clip it on the inside and then it will hold itself like that. So then when you're going home, you can just leave it attached and you're not going to lose it, and it can like air out between sessions, which is quite handy, I think. Next up, we have the Power Breathe. So you've seen this in the last video. So as you know, I'm asthmatic, so this helps just kind of like with my breathing and things like that. So it does strengthen your diaphragm, I believe, and it helps with your lungs taking in air faster. It's a weird one. It's basically the way elevation masks were designed. Basically use the same concept, but this is more kind of like medical grade, whereas that's kind of more like influencery and a bit more for show, I would say, whereas this is like what it was actually based off of. So I like to go with this. It's cheaper and technically is more scientifically proven and effective, so that's what we go with. Here I have my short tape. So if you're a boxer and you wear a low blow guard, like the one from Winning here, you might see some marks on it. Actually, it's from the tape. When you wear your shorts over the top, so for an actual fight, they can slide up and down. So what this is it's basically just really thick double-sided tape. So you put that on and you peel the backing off, so when you put your shorts on, they stick to your low blow guard, so you haven't got them falling down or folding up over the top, which I'll show you a picture of what they look like when they fold over the top. It looks awful. So the tape really helps you out and just has, it's like something less to fidget with or put you off in the fight, which is handy. So that's the main opening in that end. So we're going to the mesh bit now. We have some, these are just wrist wraps, so if I'm doing any overhead press or anything, I have quite small wrists and they're not the strongest, so I always like to wrap up my wrists if I'm doing any like heavy bench or overhead press, anything like that. I always wrap them up. My hand wraps of choice at the moment are the Rival. I honestly think they're the best on the market for the price. You get a nice thick piece of Velcro or hook and loop there. They have a good stretch to them. These are the 180, I think it's 180 inches, I think their class does. I might be wrong, might be sending me, I can't remember to be honest. But they're the standard length, Mexican style hand wraps, nice and stretchy, polyester. Can't go wrong with them. I think they're the best on the market personally. I have an orange pair and a red pair, but I leave the red pair at work where I have my heavy bag, so I just leave them there and carry those ones around with me. Pot of Vaseline. This isn't the same pot as last time, I promise you. It's just the same brand. I think I bought like a pack of 3, so they're big as well. Don't waste money on anything expensive. Just buy the cheapest you can, to be honest. For sparring and things like that, put a little bit on your head guard as well, so that when you get punched, your head guard doesn't spin. What I see a lot of time is people have their head guard on, and if I grab it here, when they get caught, say like on the cheek or something, and the other guy's glove is dry and the head guard's dry, it will pull, and that's when you find your head guard start to spin up or to the side. So if you're going to be sparring with head guard on, I find it easier to put a little bit of Vaseline on the cheeks and just on the forehead as well. It just means that when you get hit by the punch isn't going to stick and pull you. It will hit and slide off. It's just, give it a go, you'll see what I mean, honestly. Little roll-on deodorant. I like these ones from L'Oreal. They're just easy, small, they smell good. Nothing else to say on that really. And then the very final piece in the bag is my Safe Drawers gum shield. So this is a custom mouth guard. Again, of course, I just got it in black. And to be honest, I was using a little shock doctor for the longest time. Even in my fight, I had a shock doctor. But buying this mouth guard, it looks really small, and I don't know if that's right, but honestly, when you put it in, it's so much easier having a custom-made mouth guard. It feels better, you can breathe better, and honestly, I wish I'd done it sooner, to be honest with you. It's probably one of the first investments I would make now if I was starting boxing all over again, would be a proper fitting mouth guard. You don't understand how much more comfortable you feel by having a proper one rather than like a random one. So that I keep in the little tin it came in. That's from Safe Drawers. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is everything that is in my gym bag at the moment that I take with me. If you have any questions or anything, or if you want me to do any reviews on any of the items here, I've already done some, so I think the boots and the gloves have already had reviews. I won't bother reviewing the head guard or the logo guard. There's so many out there that are really good reviews already. I won't waste your time. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found something new that you can maybe add to your gym bag. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. I'm out.